Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio, and stone walls are finished. Let's go ahead and do electronics while that is working. And let's think a little bit about our bus. Let's see. I think what I want to do is just bring it straight out of the smelters. I got a good preview of the map, and I know that I wanted to take it east. I don't know if there's anything out there that's very interesting. Let's leave a little bit of space, and maybe we will start it right here. Let's see, I want 4 lanes of iron. Definitely want that. We want 4 lanes of copper. That is going to be necessary. This time, I think I want to do a couple of lanes of gears. And I've never really bust gears before, but I think it's something that I want to try. I know I've seen the math. I know I've seen it. I know that there's reasons not to, and they're good reasons. I completely understand that. But I want to do it anyway because this will eventually probably be the 4th line, but I think for right now I just want it as the lead. Because a couple of reasons. One is that there is kind of a... what's the word? There's a compression factor, right? One gear takes 2 iron, right? So for the equal part of an equal length of belt, so for like this belt from here to here, right? If we were to turn these into iron gear wheels, it would only be half the size, is basically what that means. So we can put twice as many iron plates onto a belt if we turn it into gear wheels. That's what that means. So that's one reason. And the other reason is that some parts of my factory are always starved for gear wheels. Other parts of them are not. And I want to not do that. I want to not have that. I think I can have more control over who gets what gears. I can put priorities and things on them so that we never really have to worry about that anymore. So I'm gonna try it. We'll just try it and see what that is going to be like. I want to spend this episode just kind of planning out the bus and what we're gonna have. I don't like to just start building things off of it immediately, just because I like things to be organized. And we're gonna have some things here first. First, we're going to have a walking path. That's going to be completely clear. That is something we can always go through. And then we're going to have a section up here that is going to be for a fluid bus, as well as roboports, as well as power poles, and things like that. So what that means is we have a walking path right here. This is always going to be clear. We can drive a car down it, but we can also drive a car down all of this over here as well. It'll all be clear. Anything that's going to cause collisions is going to be on this lane right here. And that means we're going to give a couple of extra spaces here, and we will start building our factories right about, there. And the first thing we are going to want to build are gear plants. I don't know how many we want, and I don't know what that's going to end up looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and take it down a little bit even, so that we have some room to expand this way if we need to for whatever reason. I think what I want to do though is we'll just do a line and a, have it like this, right? To where you have 2 lines of gears going up, or 2 lines of steel going up, iron coming up, 1 line of gears coming down. And that should be the 2-to-1 ratio. And let me just blueprint this real quick, and we will duplicate it. We'll have an extra set right here, because I think we're going to need a lot of gears. All right, and the next thing we want to do is I like to leave 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 there before we start our next thing. And the next thing I want to build are gears. Not gears, circuits. Circuits, green circuits. That is the next thing I want on the line. So that's a pretty standard setup as well. It's basically that ratio of copper wire to circuits. And we basically want 4 belts in the middle. And I'm just roughly drawing this out. is basically what's happening right now. And we'll have copper coming out the side like that. So that is going to be the size of our gear factories, except it's not, because that is not right. Does that line up? That looks better? Yes. And we're actually going to copy that. And we're going to plunk that down. Oops, that's not right either. Because we're going to want 2 of those. Because we are going to need a ton of gears. Not gears. Belts. No, circuits. All right, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time. And then we are going to want, let's see, that would be 2 of those. 1 of those. 1 going in, 1 coming out. And 1 of those. And that right there. And this is going to be red circuits. And I think that's right. It looks right to me. And we will go ahead and double that up as well. And then lastly, we need blue circuits. And I believe blue circuits go like that. And then there is a space in the middle. Like that. And then like that. I believe that is what we do for blue circuits. See, I think it's red and green circuits, and then sulfuric acid comes through here. And I believe 1 will be fine for now for them. All right, and that means right about 2, 3, 4, and there. And now we will set up actually, that's not right. That is 2 in. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3. And our science, let's see, automation 2. Yeah, we need blues. And 3 going in, and that will be our mall. I do use malls. This is going to be an area that basically makes everything we need to make everything else. Inserters, belt, all that stuff right there. For more information about the mall, check Catherine of Sky's videos. She is where I picked that up from. So we've got a lot of the bus planned here, and we haven't even started building anything yet, but we know where everything's going to go now, and we can start expanding things out now. All right, how much belt do you have in here? 466, that is not bad. I'm wondering if I should create another factory making those, because we are going to need to put down a lot of belt. Let's do that. One right here, one right here, and another box. And do we have some inserters? We got inserters. We got plenty of inserters. Inserter, 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 inserter. One more power pole. And then we just need to set you to do that, and you to do that. And we'll double up these for a while, because we're going to need a lot. And let's just go down and run our lines. Just going to probably run this top iron line down and get that set up. Just to kind of lay that out, get some iron buffered on the line. I may fill in the rest of those off camera, just because that is some tedious work right there. All right, let's go ahead and get some things geared up here, or queued up here, we're going to need plenty of assembling machines. And we're going to need plenty of inserters. So let's get those started. How many undergrounds? Undergrounds and splitters we'll need, and inserters. And actually, probably fast inserters is what we want. All right, any of those assembling machines come through yet? No, they have not. So I don't know how many we need to start here. Let's see, let's start with 6 and see how that works out. All right, so that's going to be a cross point. 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 And turning it around the other way, that is going to go like that. You are going to come down, and you are going to come down. And I think I wanted the one right after copper to be gears. So our gears will start right here. All right, we just need a couple of splitters then to... Oh, yeah, that's one thing. We can just go ahead and place those right on top of the belt now. I could see that as being good or bad. It could go really either way. I could see you accidentally replacing a lot of things that you didn't mean to. And let's see, line going down like that and feeding the bus. Let's see, we need one more assembling machine. Do we have one? Yes. And inserters. Okay, they're working on splitters and stuff right now. Let's, while that is working, let's run some power. This is going to be our power part of the bus. And let's see, where do we want to connect this? I guess right here. We'll just go ahead and make that connection. And that'll just go down all the way down the bus. And that will be our power line. We haven't inserters yet. They are on the way. So you are going to be gears. No, not iron sticks. Gears. And let's go ahead and put everything else to get gears. Yeah, I would like to wait on those fast inserters. Let's go ahead and bring the copper line while we are waiting. So we are doing something all the time. All these lines are eventually going to have to come down, so we might as well just do it. This is a very long way down here, but in my opinion, it is very much worth it. Just to go ahead and build the base. Don't build up. Just build the base you want. This minimizes the time you need to go the other way. I don't know. Maybe it's not practical. Maybe that's the truth. It's not practical, but it's the way that I like to do it. All right, we got some fast inserters now, so we can start setting these things up. Okay, so it's 2 iron per 1 gear. So to maximize this, what we need to do is basically have 2 inserters going in to each one. Per 1 going out. And we need more. But we can go ahead and wire these up and get them making some gears. We can go ahead and mirror the poles on the other side, since that is going to be the same design. And let's see, we need some more coming out, and they are queued up and on the way. All right, so we have gears on our bus. Okay, I think the next thing we definitely want to make is some green circuits. We are going to need 10 of those, and we have how many? 7? Let's go ahead and make 3 more. All right, we can go ahead and work on the belt here. This is going to be copper coming up. And this is going to be iron coming up. And this is going to be copper coming up. And we need some more inserters. And we need some long-handed inserters. And we need some regular ones. And we probably need some more good stuff like this. And this. And you know what? We probably need gears. And we can go ahead and get those off the bus. So let's try that again. Get 15 of those, some of those, and some of those. All right, and this is going to be the output. All right, so we start right there above. So it's going to be this. That's going to be the cross. That is going to be the cross, and that is going to be the cross. Then we're going to have 2 of these going down. Let's see. And we are out of undergrounds already. That's the one thing about keeping everything nice and neat, is you run out of underground belt very, very quickly. I think it's worth it for the look. And at this point, we're not in any real hurry to get anything. I mean, we are, and we are getting it. But this way, at least, we are doing it right the first time, so we don't have to come back and redesign things. Okay, we'll go ahead, and just for now, we'll get those in there. Let's see, you're 2 and you're 1. And let's see, you're going to reach in with those and place out with those. There is also a method to do this by side loading. I don't do that, and I'm a little bit apprehensive about it because it looks like some things with the belt optimizations that happened in this version are kind of messing with that a little bit. So I think for now we're just going to play it safe, and you'll be a splitter. Half of the iron that comes up will go on that side, and the other half will go over here, just like that. And let's see, this splitter actually needs to come down one. And I am so used to just taking those splitters off. Yeah, they replace now. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that may be a problem for me a lot. I'm going to replace a belt with an underground, or an underground with a belt at some point, and I'm not going to know where that happened. All right, and I believe this right here will be the start of our circuit bus. And we're out of belt. We are out of belt, so we can go down here real quick and get some more. We are kind of struggling a little bit on our iron production. I think a lot of it is going to this transport belt, and we've got a ton of it right now. I'm going to let it run for a little bit longer, though. And, okay, let's see. We need to get copper up here, like that. And iron up here like that. And copper up here like that. There we go. That should be good. And these should all be set up. So let's get you guys. Let's put that in the wrong spot. Where'd it go? Right there. Copper wire, electric circuits, circuit, wire, And let's get a splitter right there and go up like that. That'll get us our iron. Now all we need is just a little bit of power. And this should just take off. And the only thing we're lacking right now is iron. Iron. We're always lacking iron. We will always be lacking iron until we are no longer lacking iron and we need something else. Let's build the rest of these. Build the rest of these miners and get this guy saturated. We're only producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 14 of these furnaces that are actually getting materials, so we need to up our production a bit. And that is something we can do rather easily. Just by increasing the number of miners on this line. Essentially doubling it. That's what we're doing. We are running low on power poles as well. Let's build some more of those. So we are not quite to steel power poles yet. Alright, and that increased the production. That should definitely help. How are we doing on wood? Just 26. Let's just pick up some of these stumps. Just in case we need some emergency power poles, we will have stumps to get them. And these need to be removed anyway. Alright, that'll take a while for that to register and catch up, but I think that will be good in the long run. And we've got a whole bunch of coal in our inventory, so I think one thing I may do is just come down here and, not coal, copper. Just go ahead and throw the rest of that in those furnaces. And our little makeshift bootstrap science base up here has shut down. I think it's probably because it's out of something. It's out of copper. So let's go ahead and give it a little bit more. It's not, doing a whole lot for us right now, but it's all right. All right. It's at least giving us some science. Can we build more miners? No, we need copper for that. I was thinking about just going ahead and putting some more iron miners down, because it's going to be something that we do need. Let's let's do another 10. And just see if we can't go ahead and fill this track up at least with miners. Maybe start another one. I don't know. We've still got some of these burner miners in our inventory. We need to set up a little trash spot to put those in. Otherwise, I've been known to carry around those things until the end game. Much. Like so. All right, just doing that. Let's see what... Okay, so now all the furnaces are running at least. So that definitely helped. Both of these transport belt factories running is definitely putting a big drain on our iron. Let's see, 272, 275. How much transport belt is that? That's a lot. I think I'm gonna let it keep running though. And let's go ahead and roll these gears down. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time whenever we will probably start working on science. I imagine that is what we will do. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.